I've probably told this story before, but I had one of my first experiences that was like, somebody kind of taking me under their wing was this guy who took me, he needed someone to ride with him to another car dealership to bring a car back. He needed to go get a car and bring it back with him and return with the vehicle he was leaving in as well. So I go with him, and we get in traffic, and he starts telling me stories. And they're rape stories. He's telling me about rapes he's performed, he's been part of. Like, not the kind where you, knock the girl out and drag her in the bushes, but, like some party sex that just went a little too far for my comfort. And so later on, I befriended this guy. I'm not ashamed of it. He was a nice guy besides the rape.
So he was a nice rapist, one of the good ones.
Look, I'm just saying, like, besides his propensity to rape, he was a great human being. I helped him move. It was a good day. We drank a six-pack after. Anyway,
maybe he wasn't that bad of a rapist. Just like little rapes here and there.
Was he really like
a candy bar from a store?
Well, you say that, but then there was another rape incident almost that I should probably spell out as well. I've probably told the story to some, but he invites me to like a 4th of July barbecue, one 4th of July. And in my head, I'd never been to one, honestly. It's just not this. It's the sort of like white picket fence bullshit that just my family doesn't do. Like some 4th of July picnic, no fucking way. We might get to have fireworks. That's it. But anyway, he invites me to the picnic, and in my head, I imagine, the stereotypical one. Like, okay, I'm imagining 2 or 3 of his neighbors that are like couples, like husbands and wives, maybe a couple of kids, 2 or 3 of our other coworkers, his wife, his kids, and maybe an outside work friend or 2, maybe some friends of his wife. Probably 10 to 15 people here, lots of good food, chill out, drink free beer. This is going to be a good night. I show up, and I've been to the man's house before because, like I said, I helped him move into it. I show up, and the windows have trash bags duct taped to them.
Oh, no. I use that trick too.
And he sort of ushers me into the house rather quickly, like come on, let's get on in here. And he has sort of a 4th of July meal prepared. There's potato salad. There's these little kosher pickles. There's tons of hot wings, like probably 5 pounds of hot wings. And there's lots of vodka, Stolichnia vodka. There's Nemiroff vodka, like hot pepper vodka. Delicious, my favorite. And I'm
so
like,
he was a Devon rapist with the Stoli.
Yeah, I don't think that the lady was going to be getting any drinks though, because there was only one other person invited to the party, and that was the receptionist from the car dealership. The only other individual invited to this 4th of July shindig was the big bootied Lithuanian chick. No, Chechen. She was fucking Chechen, blonde hair, blue eyes, but she was Muslim, but had a huge ass. She's the only other person this motherfucker invited. His idea is that we pull some sort of tag team rape on her, and the windows need to be blacked out because his family's out of town, and the neighbors don't need to be seeing what's going on. So keep in mind, this guy's like 42. Let's just, I think, yeah, he was about 42. Good friend of mine. And keep that in mind, good friend of mine. Other than, he had told me the rape story in our first encounter together, but since then, I'd gotten to meet his family, his children, he became a sweeter guy in my head, just a funny guy. He'd always get mad at customers and shit. Nice guy. And then all of a sudden, rape time again. And I'm just like, damn it, dude. We went rape-free for like 8 months there. Here we are back where we started,
was there a
man.
workplace sign?
200,
how many days? 240
days since a rape occurred.
So here's what I did. I texted the receptionist. I said, hey, party sucks. It's just me and him. I won't say his name. It's just me and him here, and I don't think anybody else showed. I think everybody bailed. And she's like, oh, that sucks. I'll probably go do some with my friends then. I was like, okay, yeah, don't even bother. I'm gonna leave in just a minute. And so I now she's avoided the rape. I don't say shit to him. I just sit down with him, and we start eating pickles, hot wings, potato salad, and vodka. And
aphrodisiacs.
And we don't stop until the and he was waiting on the girl to arrive, but I didn't want him to like get, to like try to find another girl. Honestly, I didn't want him to like realize that girl number one was out of the picture and start getting all rapey and start looking for a new girl to rape. You know what I mean?
There are plenty of rapeable fish in the sea.
So I felt like I was playing some sort of a anti-rape drinking game with this guy, where I've got to drink this motherfucker under the table, or he might go rape a neighbor. I don't know. And maybe he's like fucking Pepe Le Pew. Like he just can't help it. Oh, I must rape. I don't know. But I was like, I got to drink this guy under the table. We drank half a bottle of Nemiroff vodka, which if anyone out there knows where to find Nemiroff, it's honey pepper vodka. Please link me to it. It's my favorite vodka. I can't find it. It's my favorite beverage. It's delicious. Try it. It's the best.
PK subreddit link coming. I see it.
So we drank that whole thing, and then we drank half of another bottle together. So we both did about half a bottle of vodka.
And then you preemptively raped him. You got him. He wasn't
I fucked him right in the ass. I gotta say. He went,
now you are the rapee.
No, but I actually ended up passing out and sleeping in his his kid's room, which is creepy as fuck. Because it was like one of those like race car beds or some shit, and I like had to scrunch up in it, and like everything was like a cartoon character or like it was a true child's room down to a T. Now I slept in Colin's room. It's not as bad. It's not on the same level at all. Colin's room didn't bug me a bit. I actually loved those like Lego guys that were everywhere and those little jitterbug things.
Yeah,
you would have woke up the next. You would have woke up the next morning and he would have been whispering like, "Good morning, Speed Racer," with his arm around you while you're laying in a little bed.
For some reason, he's got a bloody spot in his underoos.
Yeah, it was too much. I slept in my clothes.
Can I ask? Did he lead off like your inner? Like, did he refer to that like as rape? Or did he tell you stories where you're like, oh, yeah, man, yeah, you fuck that bitch, right? Good job. And then you're like...
But that was rape. Yeah, that's how it was.
Rape, man. Okay.
One of the stories was something along the lines of like, I don't know. I think the girl was like really drunk and they were fucking her. And like, she was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to use a fake name. John is like, it's not John fucking you anymore. Ha 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 ha. Right, if you're out there, Jeanette, I saved your ass. Literally.
Well, maybe not literally.
No, literally.
So now, when you said she had a fat ass, was it like a globe, or was it like Kim Kardashian? She was hippie.
No, it just protruded back and away, back and
to the left,
and it was like perfectly shaped. It was like
Was the silhouette on the side kind of like when you see a drop of water dripping down on a hot day, the condensation?
Yeah, it was perfectly shaped, like a teardrop. It was incredible. And she wore these incredibly tight pants.
Who is this we're talking about?
She was the receptionist at the car dealership. She's blonde hair, blue eyed.
The potential rapee.
She's got this sexy accent too because she's from fucking Chechnya or wherever the fuck. And but she would wear these white like see-through pants and no underwear, and you could like see her ass. And she made it so it was very hard to work. And my buddy, I guess, had enough.
So you might say that
wanted to put a stop to it with the rape. That's what he's going to do.
So you think she was asking for it?
I think she was built for it. That's what he seems to be describing to me.
I'm just describing to you the kind of...
When he lays out the curve of that ass, what he's trying to say is that she's built for it.
Built for what, Woody?
Built for loving. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't believe.
I saved her. I saved from the rape.
At least you didn't let it go to your head.
Or to her ass or vagina. You let it go anywhere. You saved her from that rape.
Yeah, I just got wasted and ate hot wings. It was honestly a great night.
That's
I really enjoyed myself.
All the ways to prevent rape, like, because you could see the rape happening and jump on the guy and then you fight him. And
yeah, exactly. I thought I took the perfect way, right?
Yeah, and it's a very
got
true
drunk
thing.
and
You
ate
can have
hot
fun
wings.
with them.
You did it with your brain,
are very
just
good
like your garbage man said.
Absolutely, like that thing could have went so messy. Like maybe he tries to rape somebody else. Maybe I'm like, dude, I'm not up for all this raping shit. I'm out of here, and he gets all offended, and then our friendship's over. And then maybe he still rapes somebody else, or maybe like he gets physical with me. Maybe he feels like threatened now that I feel that the rape is like a criminal action, and he realizes that. And he realizes he's not in the presence of another rapist, and maybe he thought he was, and maybe he gets violent, maybe he gets scary. I don't know. The best thing to do is what I did. It was awesome. We We drank and had an awesome time with it. I had an awesome time with that rapist.
So I'm a little bit concerned that you still wanted to be friends with the rapist. Like you're like, I know you're a
that
rapist.
really-
Oh,
I know
like
I'm
you're
lefty.
judging
I don't have
Kyle.
any rapist friends or black friends. Wow.
Yeah, you're judging Kyle and his rapist friends a little tough. You know, he who is without rape cast the first load.
cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, it
It's
was
in
like,
the Bible.
This is true.
I told our mutual friend about it, and he was shocked. And he was Lithuanian. That I just wanted to confirm that, like, this wasn't like an Eastern European thing. Like maybe they were all up for the rape. He's like, nah, dude, that's not cool. And I was like, yeah, right. He's like, I didn't know he was down like that. I was like, yeah, he's really down like that. In that rape game, he's up in it.
Was it one of those times where you have to, like, you're listening to him tell a story, and you kind of have to awkwardly laugh the whole time, and he's like, so I got this girl, and I'm forcefully having sex with her without consent.
No, I'll tell you that.
And it's just crazy, and she's like, don't do that, I hate this. And I'm like, oh, fuck you, we just had wings.
Like
And then,
that. It was more like the girl was passed out, and they were like dragging her around, and like her head was getting bumped into the car doors as they were
so
like.
basically, this guy was just, the way that's, okay, well, that's new information. So this guy was just a piece of shit all around, aside from apparently fun to talk to.
Yeah.
And hang out with for a night on a 4th of July. So you knew this guy was... Okay, this is the crux. We're going back to this. You hung out with this guy for a while, and, you knew he was a rapist. I don't know. I mean, how many strikes do you have, like, before you just cut someone out of your life?
I didn't. I already explained this. When I met him, he told me those stories, but then I got to meet his family and his children, and I just assumed that, like, those were old, there was, like, old country stories of stuff he did when he was a kid and stuff like that. And
Well, everybody
like,
rapes as a kid. You don't count that.
Yeah, I'm kind of lining up with, like, so Kyle's got this rapist friend who he keeps in his life because, he guy's got a lot of pluses that goes with it. But Wings of Redemption, he's out of there.
Oh, my God. All right, first of all.
Hey, he would be a good friend.
two-pronged. Let me reply to this. This is two-pronged. So, first of all, oh, my God. So it was a close-knit community, This guy, there's a lot of turnover in the car salesman business.
There
so,
sure
like,
was.
six or eight
Turn
guys.
her over and do unspeakable things.
Yeah, I get it. So six guys would get hired, and most of them would be gone within 3 months. That's just how it goes. So when somebody sticks around for a while, you kind of form a relationship with them. You're working lots and lots of hours a week, 60, 65 plus hours a week. You're spending holidays with each other, watching football games together. Like, we just all became friends.
Someone that you spend 4th of July with, if you spend it with just one other person, is that person usually one of your really good friends, a significant other, or a rapist?
I already said.
Why
man,
did the two? Why did hold on a second? No. Why do the two have to be mutually exclusive though?
Yeah, why can't you have friends and
why
family
can't
that
I have
are
a-
rapists?
Right. Some of my best friends are rapists. Why
Yeah.
can't I hang out with them?
Murka, I
come
think
on.
you're being a little rapist-ist in this.
Yeah, I just.
You have
You know
what?
a prejudice, a deep-seated hatred towards rapists?
Do you think you're inherently better than them? What? Because they rape? Come
No,
on.
you know what? Hey, I'd like to thank you guys for calling me out on that, because I've been trying to get a little more liberal and politically correct. And just because they want to rape, let them rape. It's not affecting me.
Right.
Just gallivant through the fields, rape away. But I'm going to be tolerant of it. What's the preferred nomenclature nowadays for rapist? Is it unwilling meat shot or something?
I think it's aggressive sexual encounter disorder. I think that's what it's called. It's aged. Or aged. Yeah, it's a disorder. It's going to be in the DSM-6.
It is. I heard it was called like the "I gotta come right now and you're here" disease.
Right, but that's like grids with AIDS. That's the first iteration where it was kind of like, oh wow, maybe we shouldn't call it that anymore. So they're like,
And you know what? I think over time we're gonna find that there is a lot of intrinsically very valuable culture within rapists, and then we'll have little parades support it, and that's for the best because everybody and their beliefs, lifestyles should all be accepted equally because there's no such thing as a better person than another.